You know how many novels begin with sentences describing the sky and the landscape? So many. It's just a standard novelistic beginning. Gibson begins his novel, Neuromancer, with the following sentence, and I consider it the best first sentence in 20th century American literature. I hate to even use the word literature about this stuff. The Neuromancer being a work of what I call near future fiction, a work that projects, as does the movie Blade Runner, the near future of possible social developments based on very close analysis of current trends. In any case, the first sentence of the novel goes like this. The sky above the port was the color of television, tuned to a dead channel. Marvelous. Sets the tone for an incredible book. Short, tough, interesting, brilliant. That sentence frames for me a description of sort of the postmodern trajectory. And to distance that sentence, and there is a massive distance, you could distance it from the sentences of Zarathustra, from the gay science. You could distance it from first sentences of novels such as Call Me Ishmael, Moby Dick. That's a pretty well-known first sentence in a novel. Call me Ishmael. Referring all the way backward to a biblical text and all the way forward to a new adventure, a new American adventure in living a life that would allow for difference and community, that would allow for freedom and the recognition of necessity. And that project ends, in my view, or at least the dawning of the end, if that makes sense, in Gibson and in that wonderful first sentence. The sky above the port was the color of television, tuned to a dead channel. The fights that remain, the living antagonisms in our possibilities to construct ourselves in anything like free and autonomous ways will have to be fought across that barren, strange landscape, that unthinkable cultural future of deferred and indifferent pseudo-experience. And across that terrain, the struggles for even moments of authentic lived experience, authentic in quotes, who knows, of lived experience, to feel something for God's sakes, anything, will be the locus of struggle and of action, we can hope. Here I will call to your mind a scene from Blade Runner where before the replicant dies, Roy Batty, he slams his hand on a nail. And many of you may not know this, but when Batty does that in the film, it's a reference to an action that Sartre has a character perform in Roads to Freedom. In Roads to Freedom, the Sartre character slams his hand onto a nail to prove that he's free, because he chose to do it. It hurt like hell, but he chose it. Oh, I put my hand on that nail, and that shows I'm free, because just a calculus of deterministic pleasure, I would never have done it. So it's a philosophical demonstration, a painful and stupid one, in my opinion. But by the time we get to Blade Runner, the replicant slams his hand onto a nail just to feel anything. Just to feel anything. So don't worry about the communist or the capitalist. Fight to feel and live anything. Thank you. I have enjoyed it very much. Thank you.